Perimenopause is the journey to menopause, and it can even start as early as 30, but that is called premature perimenopause.
Exactly.
Right?
You start having breakouts. That is the most obvious one. Another one, you start having heat flashes. On and off. At one point you're feeling very hot, another point you're not yourself, yeah?
Hello, how are you? Paris Boothia here. How are you? Are you good? Again, we come here, we drop a video every Tuesday. We told you we like to bring you all topics. Our channel is one that go above and beyond. We don't stick to only one kind of topic. We do different kind of topic. And today, boy, we have a topic that is actually very close to my heart, because I think I'll be more of the topic. Yeah? So what's the topic, you ask? It's going to be about perimenopause and menopause. Perimenopause and menopause. What happened? When does it start? What do you feel and all that? But before we get there, because I'm not going to do this video alone, I'll be joined by a lady by the name Charity. She's a nurse. And before we even invite her, I cannot forget to thank Timeless Medical Spa. They are the people sponsoring this video today, and so we thank them. What do they do? Timeless Medical Spa is a medical clinic. It's actually a medical spa. They treat skin. Any issue with skin like acne, if you have hyperpigmentation, maybe you have varicose veins, maybe you have sheen hair that you don't like, that is disturbing you and making you feel, uncomfortable about it. Maybe you've just given birth and now you feel like you have a little bit of extra weight that you'd want to be helped to lose through body contouring. Maybe you're feeling weak and you would want to go at Timeless Medical Spa and have IV therapy treatment. Maybe you just want to pamper your skin and you just come and have just basic facial. Maybe you're starting to show sign of aging, fine lines, and now wrinkles are happening and you want to do skin lifting. Timeless Medical Spa Kenya is the place to be. It is in Lavington Mall, 6th floor. Now, without making you wait anymore, let me introduce Charity. Hi, Charity.
Hello, madam.
Welcome to Paris Boothia TV.
Thank you, I'm humbled.
So, our topic today,
yes,
as you know,
yes,
I've been going through perimenopause.
Yes.
Breaking news, people breaking news. Now, can you be kind enough to tell us at what age does perimenopause start? As a nurse, I know you have this, and I'll be talking to you. Remember, it's our both conversation. I'll also be putting my weight in.
Yes.
What age does it start?
Now, mostly, let me first start with saying, your menopause starts depending on how early you started your periods. So it does vary, but roughly we can say from 45 years to 50. We are looking at that period.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
That before now menopause kicks in, you have that period of perimenopausal. So we are talking about as early as 44 all the way to 50.
So it's safe to say this to our viewers. Perimenopausal is a journey to menopause.
Yes, it's
so you understand. Because some people will be wondering, what is this perimenopausal thing? I just thought it was just menopause. So perimenopausal is the journey to menopause. And it can even start as early as 30, but that is called premature perimenopause.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So now, for example, me, right now, Paris Boothia sitting here, I'm 48 years old.
Yes.
So it is safe to say I have started my journey of perimenopause to menopause.
Exactly.
Now, what are the few things that, as I put my weight after you speak of what I'm going through, what are the few things that when you start perimenopause that start happening to you?
Now, you want to realize first off what comes out on your skin. You start having breakouts. That is the most obvious one. Another one, you start having heat flashes. On and off. At one point you're feeling very hot, another point you're not yourself, yeah? Your moods, they're so elevated, they're very unstable. One time you're happy, one time you're crying, yeah? Apart from that, you also realize there's a change in your hormones, hormonal levels. Talking about your progesterone, your estrogen. All these levels go down. So now that's what causes the heat flashes, the different moods, unstable moods, and then another thing, your calcium, phosphorus levels go down. So you might end up having very fragile bones. Your bone density has decreased, so a slight fall could cause serious injuries. So you want to look out for this as well. So what we do, there are various ways of treating that, but first off, you have to acceptance. Now this is me and I'm beginning my perimenopause.
Got you.
Yeah?
Got
now
you.
from there are many conservative ways of dealing with it. There's also a medical way of dealing with it.
Before we get to the medical way of dealing with it, let me confirm these people. What she said is true. Oh boy. Let's start by hot flashes. You guys, mine just started 2 months ago. I thought it was funny because I'd be wearing nothing. And then all of a sudden, because first you might think, oh, maybe I'm wearing heavy things, that's why I'm sweating. But I would be home, perhaps wearing just pajamas. And the next thing, there is this heat that comes nowhere, like it's come from the ground and lifting me up. And I'm sweating, people. And I was like, what is this? Now, I want you to imagine this. I'm a medical esthetician. I treat skin, I talk skin. And all of a sudden, I'm having almost like acne that you get when you are going through adolescence, like during that age, puberty. Then all of a sudden, I'm breaking out because of this heat that's happening, because of hormonal imbalance that's happening in my body.
A lot of it.
But I thank God, because of the little training I have in me, helped me to know, oh boy, it's not happening. But I'm like, it is happening. So you need to go see your doctor and get this sorted as soon as possible. She's talked about your bone can be fragile. Very true. All of a sudden, from somebody who was very active, exercising every day, at least 5 times a week, getting up out of bed, all of a sudden, you start finding your bones, your knees are sort of starting to hurt. And you're like, what's happening? What's happening here? Number 2, my nails, something I never thought was associated with perimenopause. Are very beautiful nails, very strong. I don't ever have to put extension nail. My nails just grow and they look like fake nails, extension. But all of a sudden my nails became brittle and they started cutting. They just break by themselves, breaking by themselves as if they're tissue paper. I thought it's because maybe of doing gel and all that. I stopped doing that. I said they're buffing my nails too much. But even when I went natural with my nail, the breaking still continued. I did not know that was part of until I saw my doctor or until I started studying more about perimenopause. Another thing, you'll be shocked. Your mood, she said, out of nowhere, I could be very happy 1 minute, the next minute I'm very emotional. For no good reason, you could say something little and I start crying. And I'm like, this is not me. I'm a very happy person, very positive person, and normally not very little get me down.
Very true.
But all of a sudden, it's like you will tell me sad news and it's not my sad news, it's somebody I don't even know sad news and I'm crying. Number 2, you get irritated over nothing. I'm a very patient person. Very patient person. It takes a lot to get
to trigger you.
Yes. But lately, you just have to say something little and I can make it a mountain.
Yes.
Now, that's why I say to you, stop. Don't first tell us what we can do to balance this, because then we can tell people. That's why you had to be in this video, because we needed to tell people you don't have to suffer in silence. There's some few things you can do, which I'm learning to do in order to have a normal life, But perimenopause and menopause also can be very frustrating. Some women can lose their confidence. Would you say that?
Totally.
I have a friend who told me when she started going through perimenopause, she became very depressed. Because why? She was now having, not only was she having hot flashes, she was really, sweating,
dripping
and
with sweat,
soaking with sweat. So you can't do makeup. Forget makeup, because that's not a big deal. You can go without makeup. But now you're in a meeting
And you start
all of a sudden
sweating.
And all of a sudden it's showing on your clothes depending on the color you're wearing. Yes. So she became so depressed to a point that she never left her house for 5 months. She stayed in the house. You know, this can affect women who are employed, because literally if your employer doesn't understand, you could lose your job.
Yes.
Another thing I found, because I'm not sleeping well at night, I tend to sleep in the morning. Now, when it get cold, when it get cool, you find that time is when you're
most active.
And you're supposed, I normally would get out of bed between 5 and 6:30. That was my waking up time every day. But lately, getting out of bed at 5, even if you're paying me, I'm finding it very difficult, because that's the time my body, I didn't sleep well the whole night because of the hot flashes and everything. Yes. So in the morning is when I am, you know, in that deep sleep, and I'm finding myself sleeping even up to 8, which is not me at all. I belong to 5 a.m. crowd. You know, I like to wake up early, do my things. By the time it's 9, I have done my prayers, I've done my meditation, I've done my exercise, I've done my reading, and I'm ready to shower and go to work.
Very true.
You get?
Yes.
But lately, I'm finding all that is starting at 9.
It's a shift of everything.
So now, when you are employed and your employer doesn't understand this, you could also lose your job.
Pretty much so, yes.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
So these are some of things that people don't understand. Let's now go to relationship. Imagine my husband now doesn't understand what I'm going through. And all of a sudden,
I'm tired.
Emotional, I am tired, I don't want to do anything. What happened? I'm very brave to do this on camera. First, I was questioning myself, do I really need to tell people my business? But then I reminded myself, the reason I do these videos is because I do to educate, to inform, to inspire, to encourage. Yes. So if I cannot give my story, then who am I waiting to give the true story? This is my true story of what I'm going through right now at age 48. Now, I want to hear from you. What can be done, what treatment one can do, if any, what vitamin one can take, if any, in order to ease this menopause or perimenopause, you know, sort of symptoms.
I understand.
Yeah.
So now, unfortunately or fortunately, we do have conservative management of menopause and perimenopause.
Yes.
Of course, we have hormonal replacement therapy that can be quite costly, and it's not everyone who can be able to foot up the bill for that. Mm-hmm. So we normally encourage that you do vitamin supplements, intravenously, of course. Make sure that you do your vitamin D jabs, also vitamin B complex to boost up your energy levels. Now, remember, vitamin D, vitamin B complex, they are not only just looking at your immunity, you're looking at your skin as well. You're experiencing breakouts.
Yes.
So you want something with that, yeah? Vitamin supplements, they're also very good because they have something called melatonin, yeah? Melatonin, we're talking about your sleeping disturbances.
Exactly.
At night, you really can't sleep. So melatonin helps to relax you, calms you down, and then you're able to sleep better than the way you used to. Yeah, so normally, let me go through what happens during menopause. Medically, your collagen levels go down, your calcium phosphorus levels go down. There's an upset of progesterone, estrogen, this hormonal imbalance.
I got you.
A lot of it, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Then apart from that, the society as well, yeah? The family setting as well. Now, suddenly you're a whole different person. You used to be happy, now you're angry, you're irritable. A lot of it, yeah? You're just not you, yeah? Especially if it's heated, you can imagine, thank God we're in a cold season right now. So you're having heat flashes and then it's hot. You don't want to go there. So your family, your husband, your children, your grandchildren, they have to embrace you as you are and be able to tolerate you. The best way to deal with menopause is conservative management. That means it's not necessarily, you don't have to go for hormonal replacement therapy. Like I said, it's a very expensive journey. But then again, we have a much more affordable way. You can visit our clinic at Timeless Medical Spa, Lavington Mall, 6th floor, for your IV vitamin supplements. Mm-hmm. Now, why? Because it contains melatonin to begin with. Now we are dealing with your sleep issues. Remember we said you're having sleep disturbances. size. So that is handled. We also have it also have natural collagen extract.
Got you.
Remember, your collagen levels are going down. Your hair, your nails are becoming brittle. Yeah, so you want to boost up those collagen levels as well. Yeah, it also has you do vitamin D, you do vitamin B complex. Vitamin D is very good for your bones, increasing your bone density. So we are talking about fragile bones, you're sorted. Yes. Also vitamin D is very good for moods. All those mood swings that you're having, they are quite regulated with vitamin D jabs, yeah, and vitamin B complex. And apart from that, remember you're breaking out. Remember your skin is going to be uneven. Remember all that, yeah. So we have something called hyaluronic acid, yes. It also have something called selenium. These are very good for your skin. So you might want to take the conservative way instead of necessarily doing the hormonal replacement therapy. Yes.
And also to add on to that, remember hormonal replacement therapy, not everybody can do it.
True.
For example, me, I went for a test for my doctor to confirm for sure I'm on perimenopause. Yes. And after doing blood work and the test came back, they then said, because I have blood pressure issue, which again started a couple of years back, and mine is hereditary.
Yes.
My weight is okay, all my, you know, everything in my body, it's working the way it's supposed to. All my organs are good and everything. All my readings are good after the test. However, this blood pressure came as a result of hereditary. Yes. My mom has blood pressure issue. I think my grandmother had. So it's in the family. Yes. So now my doctors were like, you are not a candidate for this therapy simply because until your blood pressure is stabilized, we cannot do this for you. True. So hormonal replacement therapy is not for me. Yes. And so any woman out there who's suffering and wondering now, what do I do? Because this is where these vitamins come in. Yes. Primrose rose oil that you take every evening, IV drip that I do now every month. Charity is the one who gives me my IV drip, every month to manage this. Otherwise, trust me, I would be a you know what to my husband and my family. But they can testify to this. I haven't become that yet because I'm lucky to understand and also to have the provision to be able to pay for this IV drip and stuff like that. Not everybody can afford them, but if you can afford them, trust me, your menopause journey, your perimenopause journey can be enjoyable, I suppose, to the other side. Because you know, the one thing that I know most women suffer from is that hot flashes and also dryness. Vaginal dryness is known to be another thing that women don't talk about, but they go through it when they're going through perimenopause. But if you start taking things like hyaluronic acid, you said it hydrates the skin, you know, if you start taking all these vitamins, then you continue enjoying that part of your life without the tears, you know. And so there's no need of you sitting there and suffering in silence. Just visit your doctor, discuss with your doctor, and once you know for sure you are in perimenopause or you're in menopause, then come like me. Honestly, I thank Charity and Timeless Medical Spa Kenya team because they are managing my perimenopause situation just fine. True or false?
Very true.
Yeah.
And we are thankful as well. As patient as she is, we understand her when she says, today I don't feel like stepping in. Kindly understand, I won't be able to come in. We understand. Exactly. But then again, the vitamin IV therapy supplements have really gone a long way, not just in managing her perimenopause, but also in managing her blood pressure. So you're out there, yes, you're going through menopause, yes. You're having blood pressure issues, yes. Please come along. You're also having diabetes. You're most welcome.
Because of hormonal imbalance.
Because of hormonal imbalance. Come visit us. Let us give you that IV supplement. Let us give you a reason to smile once again. Like Madam, the way she's smiling. She's smiling beautifully.
Thank you. Guys, thank you so very much for being kind and staying with us. And please, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, do so. Because you know what? Nuggets like this, when we discuss, because remember, we discuss from our heart. Every interview I do, most of the time, there are people speaking from their heart and telling true stories. We do not do, you know, stories that are not true. They are all true story, no fake news here. So please subscribe. Share this video to somebody you know that is going through or perimenopause, and they're confused, they don't know what to do, please share with them. Thank you very much. God bless you. Don't forget, we are sponsored by Timeless Medical Spa Kenya in Lavington Mall 6th floor. Visit them and you'll be happy you did. Until next time.